friction factor for grades 1st through 3rd. In your folder, you're going to see again the background information. Some of the keywords you're going to be talking about is friction, how things slow down. The greater the friction, the more force, push and pull that must be applied for the surfaces to slide over each other. So some of the materials that you're going to be having in this bucket is your friction apparatus. It's going to have 3 different types of surfaces. It's going to have a polished wood block. It's going to have sandpaper, and it's also going to have foil or just a very shiny, sleek surface. This is the journal that your students are going to have at this station, and the objective of this station is to figure out which type of material will create the least amount of friction when it's going down the ramp. So this is going to be tricky. So I don't have any carpet in my house. You're going to find a place in your room on the ground or on the floor where there's going to be carpet. So since I don't have carpet, I'm going to pretend that I'm on the carpet or on the floor, and I'm going to use a rug. But again, you're going to be doing this on your floor in your classroom. And I'm going to set up my apparatus, my friction apparatus. So let's see, I'm going to have this in order. I'm going to have the polished wood, I'm going to have the sandpaper, and I'm going to have the foil right there. And the very first thing you're going to do is your students are going to form a hypothesis. I think that what will have the least amount of friction. So that means least amount is the easiest slide. So that means which out of all of these surfaces do you think your marble is going to go down the furthest or slide down the furthest? So they're going to go ahead and fill that out. And there are going to be extra marbles here. So they're going to go ahead and follow their little data table. The very first thing you're going to do is the polished wood. You're going to make sure that your student or your group are going to start at the same position each time. So I'm going to start with one marble, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my marble right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and let it slide. Okay, and then I have these little sticker dots. If you're on the carpet, you can go ahead and stick this right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler and you're going to measure. For the younger kids, I have distance marble traveled in inches. You can, if it's less than 12 inches, you can write less, or if it's more than 12 inches, go ahead and write 12. It just depends on how you want to do this. But if you want to go ahead and start measuring, from here, you're going to go ahead and measure here, and I have about 3 inches. So what I'm going to go ahead and write is 3 inches, or if you want to go ahead and write less or more. It's up to you if you have a parent volunteer that can help the little ones measure with the ruler. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to do the sandpaper. You're going to start at the same spot, and then you're going to stick your dot right there, and you're going to go ahead and measure, and you're going to do the same thing with the foil. Your conclusion, which of these materials have the least amount of friction? Okay, and you're also going to go ahead and circle my hypothesis was correct or incorrect, which surface had the easiest slide or the least friction, and which surface had the roughest slide or the most friction. And then they're going to go ahead and draw their experiment below. They're going to draw the friction block or apparatus and just their marbles, and they can go ahead and label.